In previous close presidential elections, the losing candidates have graciously conceded for the good of the country. Elaine, one presidential historian told us Trump gives every impression of doing the opposite. And this, the historian told us, could be the most disturbing aspect of his entire campaign.
Well, Major, Governor Pence said Monday, "I have no doubt the national media is trying to rig this election with their biased coverage in Hillary Clinton's favor." I wonder, with that statement, Major, do you think that Governor Pence is trying to better align himself with his running mate's position on this prospect of a rigged election?
Well, certainly trying to better align himself with something that his running mate has said, the leader of the ticket, Donald Trump, but you can't distance yourself from what Trump has actually said and tweeted, which is there is large-scale vote rigging going on now and will likely go on during the election. Trump tweeted that this morning. Now, Pence can pretend that didn't exist or doesn't exist, but it doesn't erase the fact that Trump said it. There's no evidence behind it whatsoever, and the instances of established, proven, fraudulent votes in this country where somebody votes for somebody else who either shouldn't be allowed to vote or is a felon or is dead or something else are extremely rare and mathematically insignificant to the outcome of American elections. So all of this cannot be ignored by Pence. He may try to ignore it or reposition it or say something that Kellyanne Conway, Trump's campaign manager, is also saying today, well, rigging is a larger structural concept. It's about the media and lots of other things. All right, fair enough. But you can't step away from that which Trump has already said, which is to indict and undercut respect for the legitimacy of a presidential election before it actually occurs. And in some early voting states, while it's occurring. It's a serious charge. No evidence to back it up. And the Trump campaign has to live with that charge and the fact that it's provided no evidence to back it up.
Major, another development. We heard from Melania Trump on Monday. She's given her first TV interview since that Access Hollywood tape leaked. She told CNN that Billy Bush had, quote, egged on her husband, and she told Fox News it's fair game to bring up Bill Clinton's past accusers. Let's take a listen.
From a woman's perspective, what were your thoughts when you heard those tapes?
This is not the man that I know.
Is it fair for the media to bring up Bill Clinton's past or for Donald Trump to bring up Bill Clinton's past?
Well, if they bring my past, why not?
So they're asking for it.
They're asking for it. Mm-hmm. They started. They started from the beginning of the campaign.
We saw a paper statement from Melania Trump in the days after that video leaked. But what do you make of the campaign's rollout, essentially, of Mrs. Trump now?
Well, that it needs more protection from Melania. It needs a voice of Donald Trump's wife to say, I've accepted his apology. I ask the American public to do the same. This has done real damage in national and battleground surveys among women to Donald Trump's reputation and his character. And the campaign is finally beginning to realize that Trump's voice by itself, or Mike Pence's echoing voice, isn't enough. And it needs the perspective of a woman who has some visibility on the campaign trail to back Trump up. What's interesting to me, Elaine, is still no advocacy on Donald Trump's behalf from his daughter Ivanka, who has remained studiously and conspicuously silent on this entire subject. And as everyone in the Trump inner circle knows, Melania is somewhat helpful, but of all the women around the Trump campaign, no one has proven to be more politically effective than Ivanka.
Yes, absolutely. Major Garrett, thank you so much.
Sure.